Merck seeks US authorization for pill to treat COVID. US pharmaceutical giant submits request for FDA approval for molnupiravir pill to treat mild to moderate COVID-19 cases. US pharmaceutical company Merck has requested emergency authorization for its experimental pill to treat mild to moderate cases of COVID-19, in what would add a promising new tool to the global fight against the virus. Merck submitted the application for molnupiravir, which it said earlier this month was shown to reduce coronavirus hospitalizations by 50% in early trials, to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, FDA, on Monday. Merck, which is called MSD outside the United States and Canada, said it was working with regulatory agencies worldwide to submit applications for emergency use or marketing authorization in the coming months. The extraordinary impact of this pandemic demands that we move with unprecedented urgency, Robert Davis, the company's chief executive officer and president, said in the statement. An antiviral pill that people could take at home to reduce their symptoms and speed up recovery could prove groundbreaking, easing the crushing caseload on US hospitals and helping to curb outbreaks in poorer countries with weaker healthcare systems. It would also bolster the two-pronged approach to the pandemic. Treatment, by way of medication, and prevention, primarily through vaccinations. Top US health officials continue to push vaccinations as the best way to protect against COVID-19, however. It's much better to prevent yourself from getting infected than to have to treat an infection, Dr. Anthony Fauci said while discussing Merck's drug last week. The FDA will scrutinize company data on the safety and effectiveness of the drug before entering a decision. Merck and its partner Ridgeback Biotherapeutics said they specifically asked the agency to grant emergency use for adults with mild to moderate COVID-19 who are at risk for severe disease or hospitalization. The drug maker has a U.S. government contract to supply 1.7 million courses at a price of $700 per course. Merck expects to produce 10 million courses of the treatment by the end of 2021. It has also agreed to license the drug to several India-based generic drug makers, which are expected to supply the treatment to more than 100 low and middle-income countries. In late-stage clinical trial, Merck and Ridgeback Biotherapeutics evaluated data from approximately 770 patients, roughly half of whom received either a 5-day course of the pill, while the other received a placebo. All the patients had lab-confirmed COVID-19 with symptoms that developed within 5 days of them being assigned to their respective groups. Of the patients who received molnupiravir, 7.3% were hospitalized by day 29, compared with 14.1% of those on a placebo, a relative risk reduction of about 50%. Importantly, no deaths were reported in patients who received molnupiravir, as compared with 8 deaths in patients who received placebo. The data from the trial has not yet been published or peer-reviewed.